Welcome to CLK Creates. I'm CLK, Candice Kitchen, and here I talk about my crafting adventures of quilting, knitting, crochet, cross stitch, and much more. Thank you for all my subscribers who keep coming back and sending lovely comments my way. Also, if you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you enjoy my relaxed and crazy approach to crafting. It's my way of putting calm into my life. So welcome. So we'll just jump into it. I'm going to give you a little life update, mini, very mini, and get into all the stuff. So first off, I just wanted to, one update is that my son Avery, who you had seen when we went on the university tours, he turned 18 last week, March 6th. And I can't believe I have an 18-year-old. But for his birthday / Christmas present, I bought him and I tickets to Hamilton. So we went to Hamilton on the 5th, March 5th. It was amazing. So him and I have watched it multiple times on Disney Plus. And it's excellent. So the original cast on Disney Plus. And during those university tour travels, we listened to the soundtrack multiple times. So I was very proud of my son for not singing the whole time during the production. But it was really good. The Toronto production did a great job. Wonderful, wonderful voices. All the mannerisms of the characters were bang on. It was a great production. Costly, but a great production. So if you get a chance to go, I say go. It was really good. And if you can, watch maybe a time or two on Disney Plus or wherever else. I'm pretty sure it's on Prime, but you might have to pay for it on Prime. I'm not sure. But because it's a talking, singing, rapping kind of production, and it's giving you a lot of information, you miss little things. So every time you watch it, you catch more and more out of it. So it was fantastic. I probably put some pictures, just a few, because we weren't allowed to take too many pictures when we were in there. But yeah, we had a fabulous day. The weather was good, so that's always nice. You never know in March. Hopefully spring is coming. We're going to get a bunch of, well, little bits of snow this week here in Ontario this week coming. So today I'm podcasting on the 11th, I believe. Nope, March 12th. March 12th. It's a Sunday. So all of next week is March break for elementary and high school students in Ontario, Canada. And, you know, a lot of families go away, do this and that. So they're off for the week. So we have no plans. So it's easier now that they're teenagers because they want to hang out with their friends and do that kind of stuff, which is great. When they were younger, I'd have pretty much every day planned with little outings for us to do. So all the shenanigans and different things. But now I get to go to work. Work down in my basement. I get to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't have to cater to them as much, which is kind of nice. But, you know, I sort of miss it too. We used to have a lot of fun. But on that note, let's just dive into it. So today, the quilt behind me, it's not technically a quilt. It's been quilted, but it is a wall hanging I designed. Now, originally, it was going to be a quilt. But the technique I was doing, which is this here, so I'm going to talk about it first, and then I'm going to do like a video over me showing you in detail the whole wall hanging. So that's what it is. It's about 9 squares. And reverse applique. So underneath is the fabric, and then the top part is where I cut out that shape, and then with steam a seam or one of those applique things. I steamed it on top, ironed it on top so it adheres, and then I stitch all around the edges. So when I show you up close, you'll be able to see that. My inspiration for that is the fabric that you see here. Okay, so in all of these blocks is the batik fabric that I used for my inspiration. So that is it here. So as you can see, the cutout shape is this here. So I recreated that, photocopied, recreated it, and put it onto the Steam Seam, which is a product. Has paper on both sides, or paper on one side, sticky on the one side, and then you peel the paper off and then it's sticky again. So it's two-sided sticky. And yeah, it was a lot of work. So I have how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of these made. I'll show you now. So 6 of those made, and then just some random blocks from, I think, a block of the month that I was doing a while ago, and added them in. So as you can see, it's really intricate detail. So I had to cut it out with the X-Acto knife, each little spot, once the fabric was ironed to the Steam Seam, and then very carefully place it on top of the crackle fabric that's underneath in different colors. And I picked the colors, so back to me, I picked the colors from here, obviously, and just made that all work. So there's like a light purple, a darker purple, and then a pink as the background colors. Oh, and a turquoise right behind me, but you already saw the whole thing. So this was going to be a whole bed quilt. But these things took so long to cut out. I cut myself a few times as well. See, I have lots of fabric left. I've used it for other stuff as well in the meantime, but yeah. So there's no actual design for this. It's just you pick your inspiration piece and or any shape you want. Like you could do your own logo or your family's name and do the same idea and just cut it out and, you know, attach it to the solid fabric behind, and it looks really cool. But I just could not do any. I'm surprised I did all of the 6 to be truthful, but it took a long time. I did it a few weekend retreats with our quilting guild. So yeah, and I said, nope, that's it. I'm making it a wall hanging. So it hangs downstairs in our basement. Our basement's unfinished, so it covers some of that lovely pink insulation. But yeah, so I brought it up today because it matches what I'm wearing. So we will talk about that. If you have any questions about this from behind, because I don't think I really explained it very well, but it's just reverse applique with some random blocks thrown in as a wall hanging. But I love it. I love it. It was worth it, and I did the technique, but next time I won't pick such an intricate design, probably. It's my own doing. But my elf mail, it's done. It's done. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I had to buy an extra skein from the Loving Path, Debbie at the Loving Path, but it was well worth it. This is what I have left. I needed it to make it just a little bit longer. So I used 11 grams out of this 100 gram skein. But that's okay. I'll use it either in another sweater or pair of socks for sure, because it's her high twist sock. So haven't decided yet. But this is Courage by the Loving Path. And I got the last skein at that time. Debbie was excellent. She sent it out right away, and so I could get going because I had just, you know, that much to go. And yeah, it was perfect. And then the other color that went with it was the Wild Child. And I have 7 grams left of this. I could have went a little bit more, but I didn't want to run out. And it was the nice length that I liked. So for this one, it's about mid-hip. So I'll stand up a little bit so you can see where it is. So, yeah. So mid-hip, sits nice. So, you know, there's my waist. And look at I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. It is the most comfortable sweater. I'm going to wear it at Knit City, Montreal. And Debbie said she's going to wear hers too. So we will, what's the word? Not connect. Words. They're not coming to me. But anyways, we will organize and make sure we're wearing it at the same time and take a picture because we're twinsies now. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it. I love it. This is really only the second time I've had it on. I wore it to sit in it on Wednesday and my posse just loved it. So thanks, posse. Making me feel good with all the compliments. But yeah, I'm already thinking of my next one. So for sure my next one will be a little bit longer. And I'm probably going to do long sleeves, not 3/4, but long sleeves. And I'm thinking like a tonal black, almost charcoal gray or black. And then I'm thinking some kind of purpley pink underneath. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But I'm going to wait till I go to Knit City and see if anything inspires me. And then I'll grab it. I'll grab it because I have a vision. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to start my next one. That's how addictive it is. So this is Elf Mail by Danny Migas, I think. I didn't write it down. I didn't bring the paperwork up. But I will put it right here for you because, you know, I like to do that. Have everything ready for you. So, yeah, Danny Migas. Yeah. And Elf Mail. So like chain mail, but with elf. Elf Mail, all one word. And I'll write it down here as well. Love it. Love it. It's so comfortable. Like I'll be able to wear this full season, full year, all seasons. Because when I wore it on Wednesday to sit in it, it was a little chilly here. And I just wore it with a white long sleeve t-shirt underneath and my jeans. And yeah, it was very comfortable. And right now with no sleeves, like it's very comfortable. So I'll be able to wear this with, I have a cute little white dress, sundress kind of thing. I can put that underneath. I have a bluey one that would probably work well as also. So I'll be able to wear it all seasons. So I'm very excited and glad to have it done. Like really glad to have it done. Oh, I did a very, very crazy happy dance when it was finally finished. Oh, anyways, okay. So that's my finished. That's really my only finished knit. I was close for other things, but this is my finish. So on to finished quilting. These are just past ones that I've made before. So this one is my Twister Table Runner. So I'll hold it up here so you can see. And this is a ruler that has a snazzy technique. So, and then I just backed it with some Christmas bauble or Christmas candies and stuff. But this is a Christmas, as you can see, I'll go a little closer so you can see. It's got some Christmas fabric. I have no idea what the name of it is. I know it's by Moda, and it was a charm pack. So the twister which is a great little ruler. Out of all those different quilting rulers that you can get, this one I found pretty fun because one, they have multiple sizes. So they have a larger square. So you can, the square you end up with is 6 by 6. Or you can do, yeah, 6.5 inch, 6 inch, yeah, 6 inch. Anyways, so you end up with a bigger, so if you wanted to do a bigger quilt, I had lots of quilting friends that had done like flannel baby quilts, almost I Spy, but not. So you do it with that. Then you end up with offcuts from that one. There's the size in between. So this is the size in between this one. So this is the larger one. This is the next size. And then offcuts from this, you end up with little squares. So I'm all ready to go. So these are some offcuts of some projects that I've done. And then I'm going to do the little one. So it's the little ruler, little square right there. And you just lay, see how this one will show better. So this is the size for the table runner. So you would lay these X's on the grid of this and cut the shape around. And then you end up with these little shapes. It's a really neat technique that with each ruler is the instructions on how to do it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. This has been ready to go for a while. I got to get cracking on it. But this was just, I'm going to put it away now. It was on our coffee table and I just took it off. So I'm a little late to the game. I got to put my springy ones on now. So yeah, so that's the little twister ruler. Well, that one is twister, little twister, and then this one is called the itty bitty primitive pinwheel. That's the pattern, but I can't remember what the little ruler is called. Probably itty bitty, but yeah. This is the pattern for this one. And I'm going to do this pattern for that little mini square one. There you go. By Primitive Gatherings. I don't know if this is still available. I know they're still in production. They have that giant store somewhere in the States. Looks really neat and interesting. One day maybe I'll make a trip there. But that was one of my quilting finishes I wanted to show you. The other thing that I was going to show you was cross stitch. So a finished cross stitch. It's not fully finished, but here it is. I should probably put something behind it so it shows a little bit better. There we go. So this is Antique Scissors and Spools by Shakespeare Peddler. This is on Charles Craft Irish linen, probably 28 count or something like that. I don't really like it. It's very open weave. It's too much of an open weave. I did the best I could. I did it with the black Sulky thread. So one strand of black Sulky thread, and that's the pattern there. And yeah, I got this a little while ago and I finished it a little while ago. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta fully finish that. So I'm really pleased with it. I'm gonna probably make it, so mine, because of this weave, mine ended up wider than what hers looks like. You know, just looks a lot wider and huge. I know she did hers on 36 count, but it just looks wider. But anyways, this will make a great pillow. So I have a lot of those micro beads from old projects that I'll use for the bottom, and then I'll super stuff it really good. I'll put some interfacing in behind, iron that on, and Probably do interfacing, and then I'll probably sew on some black fabric in behind that just to deepen it a bit, because this is very weavy. It's very open. Like, see, it's too open, but it looks nice. It looks nice. It'll look antique-y. I might add some funky black buttons or something around instead of the lace like she has on here. And I have a scissor charm that I'll probably add on as well. But this will be a pincushion eventually. I'm in the middle of making a lot of product and stuff for the shop. I have a stitch retreat that I'm vending at. So I'm debuting a lot of stitch project bags, cross stitcher bags. And then in June, I'm at Kawartha Lakes Fiber Festival in Fenland Falls. So yeah, I'm in major sewing mode, as well as working a lot at the yarn shop here in town, my local yarn shop, Wool and Silk Co. So my time has been very stretched. When I was watching WIP Totals, their podcast, and Caroline and Carrie do a podcast, a joint podcast on the WIP Totals page. Two wits between two ferns, I think. Yeah, something like that. They're funny. They make me laugh. So, hi Caroline, hi Carrie. Anyhow, so Carrie was saying how in the last little while, and the same has been for me, it's always with the weather change, the seasonal change. So when it goes from winter to spring, and when it goes from fall to winter, woo, I get those weather pressure headaches, and what it feels like is like someone's got their thumbs, they're shoving it in my eyes. It's the most horrible feeling. So during this time, your eyes just don't focus. They just feel strained. It's not comfortable to do cross stitch. So I haven't been doing cross stitch, which really bothers me, but I gotta get cracking. I did a little bit, but it wasn't enough to show. I worked on my Modern Folk Embroidery 2020, and you know, fixed my little frog mistake I had to do. So that's all done. And then, you know, filled in some more. So I did some good work on it when I actually did work on it. But yeah, it's getting better. I'm finding they're less, but it seemed like every other day I was getting that pressure headache. And if I didn't catch it on time with Advil, yeah, I was done for the day. But anyways, on that note, because I don't have a lot to show you for cross stitch and whips and also finishes, I just showed you one, I'm going to give you a tip, cross stitch tip. So at the dollar store, and I didn't make this up, I saw it somewhere else, probably on Pinterest, because I love Pinterest. For when you have your Q-snap, so this is my Bernard's Birds books. Birds from Bernard's Books. Something like that. Modern Folk Embroidery. Anyhow, on this 11-inch Q-snap, I have a grime guard. So it covers all the fabric. All the fabric's kind of tucked in there. And, you know, protected from my hands and grease and dirt and all that jazz, right? So there are a lot of Etsy makers that do make these and sell them. I do not. It's more work for me. But I like the idea of it. So I went to the dollar store and I just got a steering wheel cover. So I have multiple. They're like velour-y feeling. So they're soft to the touch. So I have 3. And they work for 11-inch and smaller on the Q-snaps. So I really like them. See, like, look how small. You can do that on just a regular hoop and cover it. You might lose some of the part that you need to do, but if you did any bigger ones, it would totally work. Like, just think the size of your steering wheel. You can go that big, right? On a hoop, a round hoop, or not. But, you know, I got it at Dollar Tree. Everything here in Canada at Dollar Tree is $1.50, no matter what, when you get there. Back when I got this, everything was $1.25, so it has gone up. But, yeah, so just a little cross stitching idea for you. And yeah, hopefully when you go, there's some fun colors. These aren't the funnest, but you know, whatever. It's fine. It's all fine. But just a little, that's an 11-inch Q-snap. So just an idea. Okay, so on to WIPs, since I was talking about WIPs. Knitting WIPs. So last time I was on here, I wore my purple granito, and the granito is a pattern by Joji Locatelli. Put a picture here of the pattern and what it looks like. I took it apart because it was all finished. I wore it, but I hated the pockets. The pockets were droopy and horrible, and I'll show you quick pictures of that again right here. And I couldn't handle it. For obvious reasons. It looked horrible. And this is gorgeous yarn. So here we are. I've got it all taken apart, all restarted. I've done about that much since I put it back on the needles. And I'm going to do it to kind of a little bit longer than my Alf mail. So it sits a little bit lower. And I'm just going to do this. You see how it has that detail along the bottom, along the sides. I'm going to do that all the way down and then do the ribbing. And then it'll be perfect, and I'll wear it all the time. And it's a pretty color. Looks nice. But yeah, so I took it all apart. And I actually find it easier if I pick up the left leg as I go. Just before it, I picked up all the left legs of it. So it was on the needles before I took it apart. And then it's all set and done. Because this is really fine. Like, see how drapey it is? It's really fine. So it's not good, sticky color work kind of yarn, like rustic yarn, where it would kind of stay in position so you can undo and then just put your needles in. You couldn't do that. It just would suck right in. I tried at first and I was like, oh, okay, this isn't going to work. So I picked up all the left legs and put that in. So yeah, so this is my next goal to have finished. It won't take me long. This is a perfect round, 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 round knit. And then you do a special little technique for those lines every so often. Nice and easy, like really easy. So that's a great one for me to take to work. Like during sit knits and all that kind of stuff at the wool shop. So yeah. So purple granito is well on its way. And yeah, I'll be glad when that's done. So I'll have that one finished in no time. This month for WIP Go, the numbers called on the WIP Go board, I don't remember the actual numbers. It's not important. Because those that are doing the WIP Go already know. But my two items on the numbers were the Modern Folk Embroidery 2020 sale. So when my eyes start working again, I will work on that. Plus, I still have to start the 2023. We're already in March and I haven't even started it yet. Anyways, I knew I wasn't going to keep up with it, but I really want to start it. So hopefully that starts very soon for me. But the other one that was called was Alive and Kicking by Maryland. I'll put it right here. Designer's name, Maryland. That's her design name. I think it's Melanie Berg is her full name. And so here's the picture of it. And that's what was called. So I'm making some great headway on it. I gotta start putting where I left off because I know I've showed this to you guys before. But this is with Midnight Cravings in diffraction. So there's the yarn. See how it's very modeled with turquoise and petrol and blues. Yeah, a little bit of greens. It's a lovely color. And I love working with Midnight. It's a nice squishy yarn. It's a nice hand feel when you're working with it. So yeah, so hopefully I can have this finished by Knit City in May, the May long weekend, so that I can wear that because it's short sleeves. It's a short sleeve A-line top. And I think it's so pretty. I like that color. So that was called for this month. And yeah, I've been moving right along on that. But then it took a little pause because my next WIP, so excited, is my Fair Isle Vest by Mary Mucklestone. It's with Drops Fable or Fabelle in various colors. And this is my V-neck vest. So I'm going to put a picture here of what it's going to look like. It's a little cropped, but I think mine's going to end up a little bit longer. I'm holding the Drops Fabelle double. So mine's a little heavier than what the actual project calls for. So that's like one of the cut strands where I'm holding the 2 strands double to make one because it was trying to do a DK. But here it is. So I know it looks weird. I gotta get rid of all of these. Let's see if I can tuck them in. So right now I'm at the stage because what we're doing is we have steek stitches. So this is the V-neck and these are 8 extra stitches that now from the inside we're going to reinforce. We're going to reinforce the stitches on either side of here and then cut our stitches. That's what steeking is. S-T-E-E-K-I-N-G. Steeking. So I have to steek the V-neck and the 2 armholes. So my friend Karen, aka Zippy, and I are both doing this so that we have it to wear when we're at in Scotland at Shetland Wool Week. She used Shetland DK on hers, Jameson Smith, and I started a while ago, so I just used the Drops Fabelle, and I love it. Like, I love those colors. It's gonna look so cool. So I'm at the point now where these are all on hold, the shoulders. I'm gonna weave these all in until Karen and I get together we're gonna do our reinforcing together. We're gonna do the crochet method to reinforce it and cut it together. I'm not worried, it'll all work out. And then you pick up for the armhole, both armholes. Well, after you finish, then you finish the shoulders and then you pick up for the armhole and do the ribbing like this around, and then you do the same thing for the neckband, like the V-neck and then around the neckband. So yeah, I'm so happy with it. Yeah, this was the one where for a while there I lost my colorwork mojo. Well, I got it back in spades because I think when I picked it up, when I showed it to you, I was around here. Yeah, I was just around here. So I did all of this. But it is a really weird way of going about it. Oh, it's going to be so nice. And it'll be nice and warm because it's going to be windy and chilly in Shetland. So yeah, that's going to be done in no time. And then that'll be ready for me when I go in September. Can't wait. This feels like so long away from now. So this seems to be a really quick one because I'm almost done. I'm just going to give you some shop highlights. Just one item in my shop. It's my circular needle organizer. So this is my actual, and I leave this on because I take it to shows, but this is my actual needle holder. They're not all on there because obviously I have lots of WIPs. So a lot of my needles are on projects or still in project bags. But that's mine there. And what you do is you hang it from a wall on a hook or a knob on a cabinet or anything like that. But I'm going to put this one away because what you see is channels. So you take them out. And there's the channels to put your needles in. I have my smaller version here. So these are, I have quite a few in my shop right now. And so as you can see, in each channel, I have the label for what size needle goes in there. And I have the US number as well as the millimeters, so Canadian and UK. And it does the basic ranges. I got the lace in, and then we have the lower parts that has giant miscellaneous one, in case you have the jumbo needles. And the highest one is 12.75. But all the channels, these ones are bigger channels than these upper ones. In each of them, so it's all denim with cotton, quilter's cotton. Each one is, all the labels are stitched in with ribbon. You have a ribbon holder on the top and the bottom, stitched in, so you never have to worry about it falling out or doing anything, is a wooden dowel, and that keeps it from curling and twisting around. So it lays nice and flat on your wall or door, cabinet, wherever you have it. You can even hang it on a hanger in the closet. Keep it contained, maybe away from kitty cats. But on each of mine, I sew a white line here, here, and here on the edges. And this became out of necessity. I don't have it on mine. I have to take all my needles off in order to do it. But I did it for all my ones moving forward. But these marks, so from the top to this mark is 12 inch. Top to here is 16 inch. Top to here is 24 inch. And the whole unit is 30 inches. So then 2 inches past that would be a 32. So then when you pull out your size, you know what length of cable you have by just marking it off the side of the stitch holder or the circular needle organizer. So yeah, so I have lots of fun different patterns and colors, and they're all based on the denim that you see here. I don't have these labels anymore. I now have a stamp thing, but yeah, I love these. I love mine. It's so easy when you're ready to go for a project, and I just run downstairs because I have mine hanging on a cabinet knob, and I'm like, whoosh, gravitate right to it, pick the length that I need, and away I go. And it's the easiest way. A lot of people organize theirs. Like a lot of times, I think in here I have one. I'm surprised I still actually have it because I usually throw them out right away. So a lot of times they come in packages like this. So this is Chow Goose. And it has like the size, and some people will put theirs back into this and organize it in a box and all that kind of stuff. I have no patience for that. I really don't. I'm sorry. To each his own, right? But for me, that would not work for me. I like to have it out and easy access and all that kind of stuff. So these I tend to throw out once I get going. That's fine. And then I put them on there and I love it. And then my interchangeable sets, well, they're in my interchangeable case that it comes in, so I don't have to worry so much about those. But I even have, even on this one, I bought some Tunisian crochet hooks and cords. Where is it? So here's one here. So see, so then it's by the size. I know it's 3.5. There's the whole cord, ends with that. And yeah, and in each channel, like you could get a lot. I have one friend that bought 2, one for wood and one for metal. So she has a lot of needles, but you can fit all of your needles in this. It'll fit no problemo in those channels because it's the cord that's that thin cord that's in the channel taking up the room. So you'll be able to fit a lot in there. So please feel free to take a look. I'll put my website right down here and a link down below to my website. And it's the Circular Needle Organizers if you're looking them up. I believe they have their own section on my website. And yeah, I have quite a few in the shop right now. And I'll be making more for Kawartha when the time comes. So I think that's it. That was really quick. I know moving forward, I'm going to be working on my Alive and Kicking. I'm going to finish off the purple granito and that one. And I'm going to start working on my Kookabrae cardigan, the brown one with the orange up here. I'm still on the bottom body part, the boring part, but boring but fun. And yeah, so I want to have, if I could, get all the kind of whatchamacallit, Shetland Wool Week projects done. That'd be perfect because then I won't have to worry about them. And I can make extra things because I know they're going to have the design of the hat coming out soon. Last episode, I had bought the yarn for last year's hat, so I haven't started that yet. I was in full color work with the vest here, so I'll probably get that started in the next little while. So then, yeah, I won't be able to wear it now because I won't need a hat very soon. It's lightly snowing right now, but we're not supposed to get a lot. In the next couple of days, we might get 5 centimeters, but that's not too much, about 2-3 inches. So yeah, so now I'm rambling. I'm sure I'll forget something. Oh, I was going to say something. I have a special friend that I found out is watching me, and I just wanted to give her a special hello. So hi, Sharon. Just a special hello to her. And hope you're well. And yeah, I think that's it. You don't need to listen to me ramble anymore. So again, I showed you a video of that, reverse applique. If you have any questions, I will try and answer them a little bit better than I was here. I don't know why I'm like in speed zone. I'm talking really fast, but anyhow, have a lovely Sunday. Or actually, you won't see this. I have to edit it, so you'll probably see it Monday. So have a lovely March. I hope to be back in a couple of weeks. I know this one was about 2.5, maybe 3. But life kind of gets in the way. So when I fit it in, I fit it in. But I try and aim for 2 weeks. And yeah. Anyhow, you all take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye.